Welcome back everybody to another episode of the BMW 3.0 Outlaw build. So we finally got into a new location, luckily. Suraj was stupid enough but kind enough to let me use his garage so we could work on it, which is going to be a whole lot easier, a lot more than we can do than in our shitty little 10 by 20 storage unit, or I think it was even 16 feet. Considering this car is 15.75 feet long and the storage locker was 16 feet, it really didn't give us much storage space. Not to mention it was really hard to work on the car in the storage locker. All we could really do was take apart some things. We could really only do part of the disassembly while we were there, and it did cause us some problems, like for example breaking the front windshield. So now that we have power, we have more space, we can organize things a little bit better. It's going to be a lot easier to get things moving. So we're back on every Thursday. Luckily we had less complications moving the 3.0 to Suraj's place than we had moving it from Toronto to Waterloo. We had a full auto trailer to move the car on, which was nice, a new luxury. But we did have one oversight. As you can see, we took off all the windows. Unfortunately, we had nowhere to put the rear window, so we had rested it back in its original position on the back. Unfortunately, kind of forgot that it was there when we towed it. And luckily, there was a good Samaritan to kindly let us know that the window happened to be lying on the trunk, which we were completely oblivious to. Luckily, no accidents. We got the window right away, but yeah, we're kind of idiots for that. I don't know what we were thinking. We got really lucky. And if we had lost the front windshield and the back windshield, that would have been a lot of money gone. So at least we have the rear. So yeah, now we're just final stages of disassembly. Lights are coming out today, the grill, windows are out, seats are out, the dashboard is a pain in the ass to get out. The air conditioning unit makes it really hard to pull out, but there's a few things that we know we're not going to keep, so we're just going to get in with an angle grinder and cut away. And I want to know what you guys think about this, but we're thinking about introducing other cars into this channel as well. So we've got our cars. I've got my Mini Cooper S that I'm building up to about 325 horsepower for the spring. I'm going to be making a track monster, throwing in giant 6-piston brakes and updating it to KW suspension so that it can be really a track monster. The car's over there, which is why I'm looking there. But if you guys want to see stuff like that, if you want to see how we're going to be doing the tuning, you know, swapping the intercooler, the downpipe, throwing in a bigger turbo, chip tuning, all that stuff, doing suspension, then let me know. We're not necessarily old school guys, we're not necessarily new school guys, we just like cars and get attached to them and want to build them, want to work on them and want to learn. So just like I've said before, I'm not an expert, I'm learning along the way. So a lot of the things you're going to find corrections to say, you're doing that wrong. That's not the best way to do things. So just let me know. And yeah, stay tuned for the next couple episodes. It's going to be a hell of a ride. The rust is going to be definitely, the bodywork is definitely going to be the biggest challenge, as some of you have mentioned before. But we've got some good professionals guiding us along the way. So I'm just gonna get working on the front here, get rid of the grill and the lights. Oddly enough, the front bolts are not the same conventional sizes as everything else for some odd reason. It's really easy to lose screws. So we just got a magnetic split tray just to keep an eye on all of the little bits and pieces, because there's just so many screws. Really had no idea how many screws would be involved in this. You think that you're going to be organized, but it's just a mess. One of the things that's delaying us the most is that screws in here are just not coming out. They're so rusted. These grills come out with just some Phillips head screwdrivers. But these are actually in really good shape actually. We're gonna plasti dip these to restore them back to black. I'll fix a couple of little markings and stuff like that. I feel like I'm defacing the car, like I'm taking away its soul. Thanks for checking in. Make sure you subscribe, like, share if you know any other motorheads or anybody, other BMW fanatics or people that you just think that find this interesting. Give them a share. The more support, the cooler stuff we'll be able to do. So thank you so much. Yeah, and see you next time. Next episode, I think should be pretty cool. So stay tuned and catch you later.